Good day, my name is Toti Mangena and today I will be doing a video for my OPV 122 online batch 3 assignment. Thank you, enjoy my video. Question 1. In OPV 122, we have learned that there are mainly 7 learning styles that have been outlined, namely visual, auditory, verbal, kinetic, logical, social, and solitary. Of the 7 learning styles, I've identified with solitary learning style. For this particular module, I utilize the solitary learning style most of the time. Although at the beginning, I found myself using both solitary and logical learning style. Solitary learning style is a type of learning style where a student, or rather a person, prefers to work alone in their own space without interacting with other people. When I used this learning style, I prefer being in my own room away from people so that I can work in a quiet environment without having to be distracted by people. Solitary learning style is usually characterized with people who enjoy spending time alone most of the time. This learning style is perfect for students and learners who do not function properly where it is crowded and noisy. Learners like this usually do not prefer to interact with others and rather prefer being in a quiet place so that they can be able to hear their own thoughts and voice. I found this learning style to be the most appropriate for me because I am naturally introverted. I enjoy working by myself, so it is not that difficult for me to incorporate my academics into my quiet lifestyle. Question 2. Personally, I do enjoy spending time alone in a quiet place, and I found that it is the same silence and solitary that I prefer when I am learning and carrying out any academic work. Before executing the task of selecting a learning style for myself, I had to consider myself and the kind of person that I am. After I had evaluated everything, I concluded the most suitable learning style for me is solitary learning style. In OPV 112, the solitary learning style has been beneficial for me in a sense that I realized that at first, I would struggle keeping up with the content that was being presented during virtual classes. I attempted working with other learners and being interactive, but I realized that it was not working for me. It was by interacting with other people who are doing the same modules as I am doing that I would find myself so confused and completely lost, not knowing what exactly was going on. Incorporating solitary learning style into my academics helped me process information at my own pace. It was after this that I now started properly preparing for classes so that I would not get easily confused and so that I would know exactly what to expect during classes. The best time in this module would be when we were assigned the online batch 1. With this assignment, we are expected to make models of the human brain. Personally, it was the most exciting assignment of the year. Our creativity was put to the test. Working alone during this assignment made me realize that I have a creative bone that I was not even aware of. There are plenty of challenging times that I've come across during this module. One of the biggest being preparing for online classes every week. It is important for me to ensure that I prepare thoroughly for all my upcoming online classes during the weekend so that during the week I can just revise on the information a day before the class. At the beginning, it was a struggle getting everything in order and preparing for all my classes ahead of time. But I started journaling all my responsibilities so that I can create a checklist for all my duties for the weekend. I have come to realize that my learning style choice holds me accountable for all my actions because it is either I get my tasks done or I get left behind academically. Question 3. Features of solitary learning style. Learners or people who prefer using solitary learning style in order to educate themselves usually display the following characteristics. They keep journals or diaries in order to keep up with their emotional and mental state. They have a strong sense of self. They enjoy spending time alone. They struggle in opening up to others. They are excellent with self management skills. They like to set goals and make plans. They struggle in large crowds and noisy rooms. Question 4. When I think of a growth mindset, the first thing that comes to mind is being able to view mistakes and failures as an opportunity for growth. The first quiz of this module was a bit challenging because it was not exactly what I had expected and prepared for. As a result, I did not perform as well as I had hoped for. But instead of allowing this to discourage me, I started preparing for the upcoming quiz well in advance so that I may be able to achieve my set goals for the semester and for the module as well. I've learned that it is important to value the process just as much as the result. If anything, the process is more important than the result itself because it determines the kind of results that are to be witnessed. For instance, I started valuing studying a whole lot more than I did before because what I put into my studies determines what I get at the end of the academic year. Curiosity plays a large role in the topic of a growth mindset because the more you question things, you seek answers that lead to more knowledge and growth. A perfect example of this is when we were assigned our first online batch. I became curious as to how I would go about creating a whole model of the human brain from scratch without having to purchase anything new. I then started to do research of different household materials. Eventually, I was able to combine materials that were at my disposal and produce a proper life size sculpture. This is to show that if you're curious enough, you can learn a whole lot more and grow mentally in the process. Thank you for watching my video. Enjoy your day.